Yay! All right, side, side, reaching to the front. All right, toes to the back. We're gonna press. So it's just a little glute squeeze, waking up those muscles in the back of the body. 8, 7, 4, 3, heels in the front. We're gonna reach. Doesn't matter if you actually touch the ankle. We just wanna think about kicking that soccer ball. 4, 3, we're gonna dig it. So it's just turning the hip in. You can add a little hips if you want, or little arms. So we don't want a big turn, it's just really little. You can also do a little kick. All right, march it out. Roll the shoulders up, back, and down. 3, 2, step touch, right, left, left. Gonna start to add a front arm reach. 8, 7, 4, 3, changing the arms, keeping the legs. So just a nice good side reach. I should see how everybody's feeling after yesterday. I don't feel bad. I'm doing okay. No arms, double touch. 2 and 2. You guys know what's coming, right? We're gonna do front, side, front, side. If you really wanna make it fun, change it to a grapevine. Don't have to. Focus is working on a little coordination and being able to multitask. All right, forward step and reach. Here we go. Forward step and reach. 4, 3, 2. All right, we're gonna add that rotation. Step forward with the right foot, turn to the right. Step forward with the left foot, turn to the left. 4, 3, 2. Backward step, open and close at the chest. I'm turning just so you can see. Shoulders are staying over our hips. We don't want to lean back. 2, arms go overhead, same legs. And again, try to keep those elbows straight and your shoulders relaxed. We're trying to get that range of motion in our shoulder. 2, all right, nice easy jog or marching high knees. Just getting our heart rates up, getting that blood pumping, trying to warm you guys up. I know some of you are keeping the hoodies on and that's okay. All right, jumping jacks, here we go. Out and in. Side to side, low impact or high. We're still warming up, so keeping it low is perfect. 4, 3, heel jogs or hamstring curls. I'm keeping it low impact today. You can too. Or do a nice good heel jog. 4, 3, we're gonna do our skaters. Side step with a little tap and cross. So we want to make sure on this we're not turning the entire body because we've got to go forwards. Good, let's just march it out. All right, we're going to grab a quick drink of water. So 45 seconds work, 15 seconds rest. We're going to do curtsy lunges to a kick on the right. Curtsy lunges to a kick on the left, and then we're gonna do hay balers. Weights are optional for the curtsy lunges. So, curtsy lunge, right leg. We're gonna cross behind a little bit, bring it up, and we're gonna kick. Curtsy, kick, all right? 45 seconds, your time is on, here we go. So you're gonna do curtsy, kick. Now here's an option. Curtsy directly into that kick. Now I don't want it to be super high. You can always just tap out to the side, and that's okay too. Now when we do our curtsies, again, we don't want to do this big twisting of our hips and our knees. We want to do a little curtsy, so you're almost going to a balance beam or a little bit cross, down and kick. I feel this a lot more in the outside of my glutes. And again, it can be shallow, doesn't have to be super deep. Little curtsy and a kick. You can even just do that tap, channel your inner dancer. Good, shake it out. We're gonna do the other side. So it's the same thing. 3, 2, 1. Good, little curtsy and then a little kick. Curtsy so you can tap and do your kick, or go straight into it. So it's a little more balance doing it this way. When we do that curtsy, our knee stays over our shoelaces, but we don't want to keep our weight so far into our foot that we're bowing. We shift back just a little bit. I'm going to turn, got about 15 more seconds. So a little curtsy. So we're sinking into this hip and into this glute just a little bit. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. Hey, Bailers, grab a weight if you want. It's a little core. Pitchfork. Down, chuck it over your shoulder. Down and chuck it over your shoulder. So we've got that hay, or we've got those bags. Chuck it over your shoulder. Now as we do this, we want to make sure that you're not doing what I'm doing. We don't want to arch and make it big. We just want to come tall. Little rotation. So think like you're reaching back to grab a seatbelt or something, yeah? So a little rotation, but you're just squeezing the cheeks and coming super tall. So think tall versus back. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. We're going to go through those again. So grab a weight if you want. Otherwise, body weight is great. 2 and 1. So curtsy and kick. Curtsy. And you can always do little ones. Little curtsy, little kick. Little curtsy, little kick. Down and up. So it's a little bit like you're kicking the corner, but we're powering up through this leg. So this is the one doing all the work on that lunge until you get that kick. Now if it's really uncomfortable, just do a little bit of a balance beam curtsy where your feet are in line. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good, shake it out. Oh, I definitely feel this extra 8 pounds. Get ready for the other side. 3, 2, 1. Good. Curtsy and kick. So push through that front heel. You're gonna get a lot more glute if you do it that way. Again, it can be small and you can just tap. We're just trying to get a nice good lunge, working the glutes and the side of the hip today. 15 seconds to go. We're gonna do those hay balers again. Less than 10. Ooh, I'm feeling these today. These are good. We need to do these more. 2, 1, good, shake it out. Hay balers, keep a weight, set it down, you decide. You've got your pitchfork. 2, 1, little squat over the shoulder. So you've got the pitchfork and you're chucking that hay behind you. Now this really isn't how we're gonna do this. If we're doing hay, usually this isn't how we do it, right? But that's the idea. So a little squat and a butt squeeze. So a little hip hinge is really all it is. This is how you want to get down into that shovel position. We don't want to shovel like this. Down, use those legs 10 more seconds, then a short rest. 3, 2, 1. Good. Set it down. Grab a drink. All right. For those of you that have a resistance band, the first exercise, you have an option to use it. If you don't want to, you do not have to, because if you don't have one, you're not going to use it. Okay? So we're going to be in a plie. Now, my band is going to disappear because I don't have another color. So, plie, nice and wide. Toes are out. Wherever the toes go, your knees go. So if your toes are out and your knees are coming in, turn the toes in. We're very tall. Down, up, pull. Yes? Down, up, pull. You've got 45 seconds. Your time is on. Now, you can go faster, down and up. You can go pull and then come back up. Now, when we do plies, our back is attached to a wall and we're sliding up and down the wall. Yes? Now, for those of you that have a band, same thing, only now you're adding in a little bit of back. If you don't have one, it's okay. It's not an urgent thing. Pull. So the point is the plie, and then imagine, even if you don't have one, you're pulling that band apart, you're ripping it apart. 5 more seconds and we're gonna grab a dumbbell for rows. 1 arm, 2, and 1. Good. Grab a weight. We're gonna do rows. So, good forward fold. Just nice, good squeeze. Just like we did yesterday, 1 arm, single arm. 45 seconds. Take your time. Those of you that did boot camp with me yesterday, we did a lot of these. So if you need to do this body weight, or if you need to sandbag it and get a really light weight, please do. If you need to do 8 and then rest, and then do 8 more, that's all right. 20 seconds to go. Slow and steady, so make sure we're not up and pulling to our armpit. You're gonna feel that in your shoulder and it's not gonna feel good. We want the back, big muscles. 5 seconds. 3, 2, and 1. Good, bring it up. Shake it out. We're gonna do the other side. So nice and tall, folding, looking over the ledge at the Grand Canyon. Time is on. So good row. Starting the lawnmower, squeezing the shoulder blade. Now when you do this, if your elbow is coming up and you look like this, think about using that back muscle. So we don't want to turn our shoulder forward. We're opening up our chest, getting a nice good squeeze in towards the spine. You want those muscles right between your shoulder blades, pinching your spine. And dumbbells work against gravity. Yes? So we need to be, it's all physics, that up and down. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. We're gonna repeat, starting with those plies. And again, you have the option to use a band. You don't have to. Don't use dumbbells because you're gonna get the way wrong movement. So down, up, and pull. So even if you do this without a band, you can still squeeze. Same muscles as if we were doing rows. We're squeezing those shoulder blades together. So as we come up, we squeeze our butt cheeks together, and we come up tall, and then we squeeze the back. So we want to think about our back muscles just as much as the ones in the front. Shoulders relax no matter what you're doing. 10 seconds. So check those squats. If your knees are staying in, your toes need to turn in too. Good. All right, grab that weight. Now you can do this body weight, and that's okay. Body weight is still good. Good row. So this is another one that if you've got a chair in front of you, you can put your forehead on the back of the chair. Just make sure we're not like this. We're very tall. forehead on the back of the chair. So we're getting that nice, good flat back. Otherwise, looking over the edge. Slow and steady, 15 seconds to go. I'm kind of regretting grabbing the 15. We'll be good later, right? Good, 5 more seconds. 3, 2, and 1. Good, bring it up, shake it out. Oh, I'm liking today's workout. I'm liking this one. Good, forward fold. All right, time is on. So weight is in that front leg because we've got that bow. Our spine is neutral, squeezing the shoulder blade in. Doesn't matter how high your elbow goes or how far back your hand goes. You want to think about that shoulder blade. Think about those back muscles. These are the ones that hold you up, your posture, that keep you tall. Good, 14 seconds to go. And then we're gonna do a little rest. And then we've got one more set up. And then we do have 2 to 3 sets on the floor, but remember, upright options are available. Good, bring it up, shake it out. Grab a drink of water. All right, so next round, you're gonna do a lateral lunge and you're gonna do an elbow drive back. This is weightless or a lightweight is an option. Right, then left, and then we're gonna do a little brain game with our biceps and our shoulders. I'm gonna demo with a light weight. You don't have to use a weight at all. So, working on the back side of the body again, nice and tall. Side lunge. As you step together, arm is parallel to the floor. You're elbowing the person stealing your purse. Yes? 3, 2, 1. Good. You've got 45 seconds. So side lunge and elbow the person stealing your purse or your wallet. Down. Elbow. Now a lot of times we go down and then we elbow somebody. This isn't gonna hurt much. And we don't want to bring it up, but we want to bring it parallel to the floor. Wrist is in line with your elbow, so we don't want it cocked down. Up, elbow, down, drive it back. You can do this body weight. The important thing is listening to your shoulder. Again, working the back of the arm, down, drive it back. 2, 1, good. We're gonna do the same thing on the other side. So you can do a practice one if you want. Side lunge, drive that elbow back. Yes, time is on. Down and elbow. Now I know that you all see me really big. I got a few that your elbow is down here. Parallel. Shoulders down, parallel, or as close as you can get. As close as you can get. So it may be a little lower, but you want to think, drive it back. So this is like when we do our rear flies, which means arm is parallel. Not here, not here. You should be able, if you were a waiter, you can carry that tray on your arm. 3, 2, 1, good. Bicep curl with a side raise. This will be fun. So, bicep curl, side raise. Curl and side raise. Time is on. So one arm does a bicep curl, one arm does a side raise, and you alternate every time. And you goof up like I just did. Brain game. Now you decide the position of your hands. For my shoulders, I have to do palms facing forwards. But if your arm is okay with doing palm down, you can. Good. Shoulders relaxed, out and in. I'm thinking I've been doing some goof ups. I think I've been doing some front raises. That's okay, right? Good. All right, we're gonna take it back to the first exercise we just did. So remember, you should be able to hold that lovely towel and that tray. Here we go. Down, drive it back. Or think that you're in a cast, you're in a brace, and that elbow really can't do much. Parallel to the floor. So sometimes we go back and then we want to hit them with the back of our hands. We want to hit them with the elbow. We can get more force that way. I know they hit, martial arts guys and gals, they can hit somebody with the back of their hand. Most of us can't do that. We're going for the elbow. Good. 3, 2, 1. Good. We're going to switch. Shake it out. So we've got 3, 2, 1. Good. Down. Take it back. So even if there's no weight, down, drive. Good. So we grab something, put it behind us. Drive that elbow back. Shoulder is relaxed away from the ears, but trying to keep it parallel to the floor. It's a lot to think about. I'm just trying to get the back side of that body a little bit more. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. Bicep curl, side raise. I would pick the weight that you can do a side raise with. Yes. Good. Here we go. Bicep curl, side raise. I just realized where I've heard this song before. If anybody did the Halloween Zumba with me, one of our warm-up songs had this in it. It was the Pirates of the Caribbean theme. It's like, I've heard this before because I kind of like it. 12 seconds to go. And then we're going to do a short rest and we are going to head to the floor. But remember, you can stay up. You can stay up. Always an option. 2 and 1. Good. All right, set it down. Grab a drink. All right, so we are going to do tricep kickbacks right, tricep kickbacks left, and then we're going to do the back extensions where we lay on our tummies and we do the little lift. If you are staying up, you're just going to do a kickback right, kickback left, and then you're just going to do deadlifts. Yeah? Otherwise, if you're going to the floor, let's go down and hang out with me. So, if you're on the floor, option 1 always is a half kneeling kickback, yes? Option 2, if you want to get a little more core in here today, you're going to be up and you're going to do your kickback this way, okay? You decide what you want to do. 45 seconds in 3, 2, 1. Your time is on. So, you can be in the bird dog position, tabletop. You can be half kneeling. Yes, yes. You can be standing. Heck, you can be sitting in a chair if you need to today. We're all good. If you are in the bird dog position, we want to make sure that we're not hunkered over, but we want to make sure that we're not arching either. We don't want to be cat. We don't want to be cow. We want to be a table. Upper arm is parallel to your torso. 10 more seconds. And then we're going to switch sides. 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. We're going to switch hands, and I'm going to turn so everyone can see. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. So just doing our nice good kickback. So as you can see, my upper arm is even with my torso. So I'm not letting it swing. and I'm not keeping it dropped down. I'm trying to keep it level with the floor. So even if you're half kneeling, your arm is in line with your torso or standing. Yeah? So we want to get the back of the body. So even in this position, keeping that arm up and parallel is working your back in addition to the triceps. We have 10 more seconds, and then we're going to go down onto our tummies and gently do a back lift. 3, 2, 1. Good. Down onto your tummies. Now if you're staying upright, remember you're just going to do your hinges. Otherwise, we're on our tummies. We're just going to lift and lower. Lift and lower. Now, this is working on strength. We don't want to use our hands to help us, so we don't want to push up and then go down. The hands are there for a little support. We want to slowly lift, hold, set it back down. So just until we feel the muscles in our low back turn on. We just want to feel them get a little tight. Now you can always have your hands in front of you. This makes it a little harder. 5 more seconds and we're going to come back up and do our triceps. 3, 2, and 1. Good. Carefully come up. And we're going to come back to doing our triceps again. So we're going to do our kickbacks. 3, 2, and 1. Good. So time is on. So back to doing our kickbacks. So whatever position you're in, you want to find that happy spine where our bowl isn't tilted forwards or backwards, nice and neutral. Shoulders away from the ears, nice good reach. So this is our bicep curl, but because of our position, we're working the triceps now. Getting the back of the arm, 15 seconds to go. 10 seconds, and then we will switch. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. Other side, same thing. So half kneeling is always an option. 2 and 1. So this is just good if you don't feel comfortable being on your hands or you just need a little bit of a break. So shoulders are down. Good squeeze. So we're keeping our belly button pulled in just a little bit. Our core is braced. We have 20 seconds to go. And then we're going to do our back extensions. Five seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. Down into our tummies if you're on the floor, or you're going to do your lovely hip hinges if you're upright. 2, 1. Good. So we're just going to gently lift and then lower. Now your legs stay glued to the floor. Your hips and your tummy stay glued to the floor. You tuck your chin a little. We get to make friends with the dust bunny on the floor. Don't worry, I know even if you're immaculate, there's always that one dust bunny that makes it free. It's good at hiding. 20 seconds. Now if you want to make it harder, your hands are in front, your chin is resting on your hands. And as your body comes up, your chin and your hands come as well. A little more challenging. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. Short rest. You can grab a drink. Just be careful if you have to come up. So we are going to do our iso abdominal holds. Those are the ones where you're in the dead bug position and your hands and your thighs are in a tug of war. All right. Then we are going to do our glute bridges, and then we are going to do rotational crunches. So if you are staying upright, you're going to sit in a chair and you're just going to lift a leg. So this is if you're sitting. You're sitting in a chair, you're going to hold, count to 5. Hold, count to 5. Glute bridges, you're going to do chair stands. Rotational crunches, you're going to sit in the front of your chair, you're going to lean back, and you're going to rotate. Yes? Okay. For those of us that are going to be on the floor, We're gonna hang out on our backs. Option 1 is you're gonna take one hand onto your thigh, you're gonna count to 5, and then you're gonna switch and do the other side. For those of you that wanna work really hard, you're gonna do both at the same time. Ready? 3, 2, and 1. Your time is on. So again, you can do one leg at a time. I'm actually doing these with my mom for therapy. You count to 5, you set it down, and you switch. So your thigh and your hand are in a tug of war. For those of you who have done it with me and you like the challenge, you do both at the same time. Hold it as long as you can, and then rest, and then start again. You have 12 seconds, and then we're going to do our glute bridges, or if you're upright, you're gonna do chair stands. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. If you're up, chair stands. If you're down, glute bridges. I'm gonna lift up and I'm gonna march today. 2 and 1. Good. So we're gonna do glute bridges. You can lift and hold. You can lift and lower. You can lift and hold and add in marching if you want to. You decide. But the goal is to keep those hips up no matter what, without arching your low back. So good spine position between your hips and your shoulders, slow and steady. We are the tortoise, not the hare. 10 more seconds. And then we're gonna do rotating crunches. 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. Option 1, on your back, knees bent, feet flat on the floor. You're gonna reach towards the opposite knee. Option 2 is you are in your V position and you reach. Your time is on. So this is option 1. You rotate. Option 2 is on your back. If you are upright, you are sitting towards the front of the chair, you lean back and you reach towards the opposite knee. So you do what works best. Our shoulders are away from our ears. Our chest is open and lifted. We are able to hold an apple under our chin, but we don't want to hold the pillow. 2 and 1. Back to the beginning. ISO holds. So one leg or both, sitting or lying on your back. So we're just going to bring it up. Your time is on. So single leg, nice good hold. You guys should know part of your workout is just getting up and down. I want to make sure you guys can get off of the floor. So even if you're sitting, you're really tall, you're bringing that leg up, you're doing your little tug of war, and then you switch. You can do both at the same time if you've got the core strength for it. Bring it up and hold it for 5. And then rest. And then the goal is to either do more or go longer. 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. Glute bridges or chair stands. I'm going to lift and I'm going to go back to doing my marching. 2 and 1. Your time is on. Now, if you are doing the marching like I am, keep an eye on your glutes. See if you notice if when you lift one leg off of the floor, the opposite hip drops. And it may a little, but notice if it does. Notice if the hip drops. And if you've got a hip that drops more than the other one, that may mean that you've got a little bit of weakness in that particular glute. 10 seconds to go. Good. All right, we're going to go to our crunches. So you can be in that sitting on your butt position or you can be on the floor. And we just rotate out and in, side to side. So down or up, whatever feels better. So again, chin is in a neutral position, so it's got a little bit of a tuck, but apples and oranges will be able to fit, or you can put your fist under there as a test. You can use your hands to gently support your head as long as you're not pulling on your neck. Less than 10 seconds to go. Good. Short rest. Grab a drink if you need it. 8:38. All right. Yeah, we're going to stretch. That was good timing. Good timing. All right. So we're going to hang out on the floor for a little bit. We're going to do our stretching. I feel my hamstrings. What did we do yesterday for hamstrings? Oh, we did all those deadlifts. That's what we did. All right, so we're gonna stay down on the floor. I'm gonna check in on some of my other students. All right, grab a quick drink if you need it. We're gonna go back down onto our backs for some stretching. So again, a lot of these exercises you can do sitting in a chair. It's a little different. I'll try to remember to bring it up, show an option, but we're gonna go all the way down. We're gonna take our right leg straight and we're gonna pull our left knee into the chest. And today we're just gonna pull it into the chest. So we're not gonna do the bend and the straighten. You really can if you want to, but we're just gonna work on a little bit of hamstring stretching. But we wanna try to keep our pelvis neutral. So sometimes we pull in and what happens is our low back, squishes into the floor and then our thigh comes up off of the floor. And we want to try to keep that straight. Good. Now we're going to take that leg and we're going to bring it across the body. Nice, good torso stretch. So if you're sitting, you're just going to sit, squeeze your inner thighs together, and you're just going to turn. Make sense? I hope. You just can't quite do the contortions in a chair that we can on the floor, but that's okay. Good. Bring it back into the center, keeping that leg up. We're going to circle our ankle. And then go the other direction. Good. Let's set that left leg down. We're going to pull the right knee into the chest, grabbing behind the thigh if you can. And again, we want to make sure that we don't pull in and let the opposite leg lift up off of the floor and push our low back completely into the floor. We want to keep our belly in, but we want to try to keep that opposite leg as straight as we can. So we're also getting a little hip stretch. So you're kind of doing the splits, but not quite. Good. Now we're going to take that leg, we're going to bring it across the body. Or if you're sitting, you're just going to squeeze those inner thighs together and you're just going to turn towards the corner. Just a little torso stretch. Good. Now you're going to turn completely onto your side. If you're sitting, just stay sitting nice and tall. We're going to stack our hips, stack our knees. You can put a pillow or something under your head if you need to, but we're going to open the book and we're going to close the book. If you're sitting, same thing. You're just going to go to one side, close and open. Okay? We want to squeeze those inner thighs together. And we're just going to open and close the book. This is one you can put a pillow or something under your head. And then I also like to put a pillow between my knees. Good, one more. Good, now you're all going to roll over onto the other side. Or if you're sitting, you just get to stay sitting. So you're going to roll over onto the other side and you're going to do the same thing. So your arms out and you're going to open that book and you're going to close the book. So for those of us that are sitting, you're going to turn to one side and then open. And it doesn't matter if your hands actually touch or if you get your upper body to the floor in the back, okay? Sometimes we open and then our chest stops and then we just let our hand fling back there. We want to really think we're a hardback book, not a paperback. Hardback book. Good, let's do a couple more. So just close and open and close and open. Good, we're gonna come to our hands and knees. So on our hands and knees are wide, toes are pointing. We're gonna inhale, arch our backs, exhale, round our backs, push the floor away, tuck our pelvis, and then sit our hips back towards our heels. Now if you're sitting, you're just gonna sit in your chair and you're gonna do your seated cat-cow. So you'll just be sitting in your chair. So we're gonna come back to our hands and knees one more time. We're gonna arch our back, lift our chest, take a deep breath. Exhale, round the spine, tuck the pelvis, and sit our hips back towards our heels. Stretching from the shoulders all the way to the hips. Good, go ahead and bring it up. We're gonna come up to half kneeling. Now if you need to come to standing, as always, take a minute first. We're gonna come to standing, we're gonna tuck our pelvis, and then we're gonna do just a little push forwards. If you are sitting, you're gonna turn sideways in your chair. This leg will be on the chair. This leg will be pointing towards the floor. If you want to add in a side bend as well, you are more than welcome to. All right, good. Let's bring it up and we're gonna turn or we're gonna switch and do the other side. So again, nice good forward leg position, knees over your ankles. If we start here, it's gonna hurt the knees. So nice good position, tuck your tail feathers, keep them tucked, little push forwards just to feel a stretch. And again, if you would like, you may add a side bend. Let's bring it up, and then we're going to carefully come to standing, or if you need to remain sitting for a bit, just sit on the floor, cross leg, whatever position is comfortable. Tuck your ribs, hands to the shoulders, start to walk it back. Try to keep the elbows in, and try to keep the chin nice and neutral. So give yourself a nice good pat on the back. I don't know about you guys, I like that workout. I kind of like this one. You guys might not agree. Good, arms out, belly in, stretch, reaching back. Good, bring it in, big breaths, here we go. Big breath, and out. One more time. All right, woohoo! You are all done.